Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Diamond Paint Dog Mom. This is Sarah, and today we're going to do a Wip Chat. So today I'm going to be working on Hope Runs Deep by Chuck Pinson. It is 58.8 centimeters by 42.6. Now this is smaller than the one you'd get off of DAC's website or Diamond Art Club. I got this one at Hobby Lobby, but it's just as great. Just remember, when you do get them from Hobby Lobby, you have to register them to get the warranty. And yeah, I'm almost done. I have this row and one more, and I'm all done. I'm going to be using 4 wax. Come on, focus, camera. Come focus. There we go. Randa's Crafty Corner Apple Cinnamon Hard and Sticky Wax. And then I'm going to be rotating. This is by CreationsMorin in Canada. It is a Cinnabon scent. It smells amazing. I also have Randa's Crafty Corner Warm Apple Pie Scented Putty. I have my tray from Archer's Arts. It's the rainbow one. I've had this one for a while, so I don't know if that's still being made. I have this. I'm going to put my little round containers in so they don't fall and spill. I got this from Shadows Zodiac. I think they're located in Florida, so this is 3D made. And then this lease paper, I got that from Crafts with Crashly. I know it's not wintry themed, but it's what I have, so that's what I'm going to use for right now. So let's get started. And how's everybody? Oh, my shirt got stuck. How's everybody doing today? So for me, today is December 2nd. It's Saturday. I just got some deliveries from Amazon for my Black Friday shopping. And I'm super excited about that. My one nephew, he just turned, oh gosh, 7, 8. He is really into crafts. And I'm just gonna put new putty in here, guys. So my sister actually got him some little diamond painting stickers or keychains a year or so ago, and he really enjoyed it. So I went ahead and I got him some stickers to diamond paint on. So that came. And then my mom does not know I have a YouTube channel, so I'm safe to say I got her her and my dad are going on a cruise for their 40th wedding anniversary. So I got her a little diamond painting bag that she can put like a small canvas in, her pens. I just got her into putty, so I'm super excited about that. So I got that for her. She's also asking for a crossbody purse, so I'm still working on that. So we will see. I just did an unboxing today for Distracted by Diamonds Red Fox kit, and I don't know if I'm going to put the Wip Chat up first or if I'm going to put that one up first, but either way, that is a gorgeous kit. I highly recommend you watch the video and check out Robin from Patty Wax, who's also the owner of Distracted by Diamonds Canvases. Oh, and that kit was beautiful. I'm having such a tough time trying to decide. Whoop, no, it's stuck with me. Whoop, and I think I bumped you, sorry about that. I'm having a hard time trying to decide which kit to start next. I'm gonna see, I'm in my kitchen and the lighting's not the best, so I'm gonna try to turn on my light from my ring So if it's bright, too bright, let me know. I don't know if it makes much of a difference, but let's see how that is. Okay, we can still kind of see for you guys. I don't know if, do you guys like to listen and to Wip Chats, or do you like to actually watch? I myself enjoy watching other people's, or listening as I dive and paint to other people's Wip Chats. I'll occasionally look up every now and then to see what part they're on, but other than that, it's all good. Let's see. I'll have to adjust my lighting just a little bit. So, did I already ask how is everybody doing? Did you have I talked a little bit about Black Friday and an unboxing that I did. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? It was not this past Thursday, but last week Thursday. I know I had a good time. I went to my oldest sister's house for Thanksgiving. I just had to bring a dish to pass, which I am fine with. Got to spend time with her and her husband and her 4 kiddos. Her oldest is just turned 21 this year, which is absolutely insane. I don't know how that happened, but she was there, and then her other 3 younger kids were there. Which, when I say younger, one's going to be 13 next year, one is 11, going to be 12 this month actually, and then her youngest son is 4. He's gonna be turning 5 this month as well. So that was really fun. My parents went, and we just played some games, had good food, lots of dessert. Me and my mom made these apple, kind of like apple pie cookies, which were super yummy. We will definitely be making those again. We made the filling from scratch, but we cheated and we bought the pie dough needed for them from the store. Because I've never made pie dough, I would like to see if I can learn how to make it. But with it being the first time we made it, we wanted to make sure it wasn't a total disaster. But we did make a homemade glaze for the cookies, like I said, the filling, and oh my gosh, they were so good. They went over really fast. And then we had a pecan pie, a pumpkin pie, and an apple pie. Hey, Jasmine. My dog came to visit. I don't know, you probably can't see her on camera, but Jasmine is my German Shepherd mixed pup. She is 3 years old, and she's about 70 pounds. I got her, don't tell her, cover your ears, Jasmine. I got them some new collars for Christmas, and we still are working on, I can't say the word, so it's TOYs and some TREATs. If I say those, then we'll either get squeaking with her picking up her favorite one, or they'll be running to the counter for the other T word. So to avoid that, we won't say those. But she's here to see us. But yeah, so it was really fun. We played the kids version of Cards Against Humanity, which, guys, I don't know if any of you have played the adult version. Well, the kid version, I feel like it's almost just as bad. Some of these, the answers to those black cards were awful. Oh my gosh, I'm just like, are we sure this is the kid, or is this like the preteen teenager version? But it was for kids, and so that was interesting. But halfway through the game, my niece Bella, her full name's Isabella, she was so tired from the turkey and the ham, because turkey for me makes me sick, so we always have a ham, and which is fine. Everyone loves ham in my household or my family. So we were in the middle of playing the game, and I happened to look over. I'm just like, Bells, did you put your card in? And she was fast asleep on the couch. She was like, she was like, yep, nope, I'm done with the game. So then we're just like, you know what? Let's just chill and watch the football game. And yeah, so that was fun. And then obviously that was Thanksgiving, and I had to go into work on that Friday, so Black Friday. So I could not stay up and watch the countdown to like Diamond Art Club's Black Friday releases, and Dream of Design had some going, which, guys, I'm so bad. I was so focused on getting my orders from Diamond Art Club that I completely forgot about Dreamer Designs, and they had such a good deal. It was buy one get one 70% off. I did get some canvases from them last year, but I did go back and look to see if they had anything on Cyber Monday, which they did. I think it was buy one get one 60% off, I think. Don't quote me, I can't quite remember. But I was surprised. I really didn't see anything that I would be devastated over if I didn't get. Which I know some people, they're not a fan of Dreamer Designs, or for whatever reason, either the canvases or the rendering, or I've heard some people say that the canvases are pretty saturated, which, yeah, the color behind the symbols is pretty wow, but I don't have any issues with them. I did one last year with this really cute Christmas tree and some dogs, and anyways, it turned out beautiful. But I didn't get any from them. I did get, though, talked about Distracted by Diamonds. I got a kit from them. I ordered 2 kits from Jaded Gem Shop. Come on, there we go. So I can't wait for those to come, but that'll be a little bit. She's really open on her website, saying that, it takes about, I think 3 to 12 weeks to get the kits because they're made to order. So they have to go to her factory over. I don't know where her factory is, honestly, so I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth. But so they have to go over there to be made, then go to her, and then come to us. But I'm super excited about what I got. She's also been around for a few years now, and this is my first time ordering from her. So I got 2 canvases from her. I can't remember if I got round or squares, but I guess I'll be surprised too when they come in, or I can just look at my order. Let's see, and I'm also trying another new to me company. It's on Etsy. It's called 3D Art RL. I probably just butchered that. So I'm excited to try them. I haven't seen anybody do an unboxing from them. Sorry guys, I shook you. But if you know of anyone that has unboxed from them, let me know. But they are also legally licensed, so that's good. So is Jada Gem Shop. I am tempted though. I've been watching Diamonds and Washi Katie over there with her cross-stitch conversion of Loki, and Jada Gem Shop does have Mandy Mazzano's princess panels, but you have to buy the cross-stitch chart from Creatively Stitching, and then she has the kits all together to be made to ship out for the cross-stitch conversion. So I really want to get one of those because I missed out, even though I've been diamond painting since 2018. I did not get any of the princess panels. I have the bees because the bees last I saw was still on Diamond Art Club's website, but I didn't get any of the princess panels. And that's really because when Diamond Art Club first came out, I did get some kits from them, like when they were brand new, guys. So I got my first kits from them, and I think it was like Soulmates and Starry Night, and there was the owl one. But like, they were, remember guys, they're a brand new company, and I got the kits. They were tiny, and for what I paid at the time, I was like, to me it wasn't worth it. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get from them again. But as you can see now, I did, because they've done so many changes to their kits since I first got my one. Let me see if I can, do I have any downstairs to show you? Hold on guys, give me 1 second. I used to have some downstairs, but I don't anymore. Sorry if I shake you, I'm scooching back up. But like, the kits were like maybe this big, and they're a little bit more pixelated just because they were still a new company and learning on rendering and sizing. So I was kind of disappointed, like I said, when I first got Diamond Art Clips kits, and I kind of shied away from them for a while. And then who was I watching? Oh, I can't remember. It's been a while. Was it Diamond Painting Addictions with Jennifer, or was it Donnie? I can't remember, guys. It's been almost 5 years now, but I saw them with unboxing a Diamond Art Club, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. They have really upgraded. So I probably didn't need that many drills, but that's okay. So I was like, maybe I can give them a try again, you know, because they've upgraded, they're not as new, they've learned from feedback that they got with the last kits. So I gave them a try, and yeah, I was like, okay, this is a company I can stand behind and order from, and definitely worth the price. So, and now my stash for Diamond Art Club is crazy, but I love all of them, so we'll just keep on going. So, but yeah, and then I found also, I think via you enablers on YouTube, some Dreamer Design canvases, and I'm pretty sure that one was Jennifer over with Diamond Painting Addictions. Unboxed a landscape from them. I can't remember the name of the artwork, but I'm like, oh, that's pretty. That's another company that licenses artwork, and I believe they're Canada based, but they have warehouses here in the States. So gave them a try, and I personally, I like them. I've worked on a few kits from them, and so has my mom, and I like how they turn out. Like the rendering maybe could use a little bit more, you know, fine tuning, but they still turn out beautiful in my opinion. You can disagree if you want. I mean, we all have our own preferences on what we're looking for in diamond painting companies, and everyone's different in what they like in styles too. So we'll just go with that. I'm super excited. I was very tempted to order from Diamond Painting Fanatics. They're also a company that license. Oh, did I shake you again? Sorry. They're also a licensed diamond painting company located over in Europe, England. Sorry, Cindy. And Cindy is the owner. She is also a fellow diamond painter, and she has her own channel by the name of Diamond Painting Fanatics. I have a few kits from her. She has an artist that I really love. Her name's Finara. I have, I think, 3 kits from her, and then another kit from an artist, Nazgul. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. It's also a, so Finara, I have some wolf kits. Because if you don't know, wolves are one of my favorite animals, and so are foxes. So Finara, I got some wolf kits. From Nazgul, I got a fox. And let's see, and then they also have 100% crystal kits, and I did do one of those, and I have a couple other ones in my stash to do. But like I said, she legally licensed the artwork from the artist, and she's constantly getting new artists to join. I think Travis, he has a YouTube channel, and he also does some artwork too that she has on her website, and there's a few of his that I would be wanting to purchase. A few more from Finara, and she also has some canvases from Jasmine Brackett Griffith. But if you've listened to any of my other videos, you'll know that I'm not really into the big-eyed girls. There's something about them, it's not my style, but the canvases are absolutely gorgeous. I can see that, but it's just not something I love seeing, the finished effects and people doing them. But me personally, it's not something that I would enjoy sitting down and doing. But that's, once again, that's my taste. So where was I going with that? Oh, so artists. So there's that. Oh gosh, she has so many other ones that I'm blanking on. But definitely go and check her out. Her website is Diamond Painting. Oh yeah, Diamond Painting Fanatics. And she, like I said, she has a YouTube channel. She also has a Facebook group by that name, and people can, another little community where you can share your progress, ask advice, any help. So that's a really good group over there, and she's pretty active. Once again, though, she is over in England, so there's a decent time difference. But everyone over there is amazing. I know Crafting with K's over there. Okay, where's the symbol? There it is. Yeah, and other, I mentioned Diamonds and Washi. Her and Emeralds and Fairy Light, they also have a Facebook group called Diamonds and Emeralds. That group, I would definitely recommend joining. It is so fun. I enjoy seeing what everyone's working on. And what I also really like about their group is that it's, once again, it's preference, but it's all, one of the terms or rules is you can only share licensed artwork, which is amazing. So you can see so many different companies. They have a list up there that you can, have a restart. They have a list of all diamond painting companies they've found that has licensed artwork, and it's a pretty long list. So if you are like a lot of people who enjoy just supporting companies and small businesses that do license work from the artist and do everything above board, then definitely check them out. Look at the list. I've found, I don't even know what to do, I can't tell, other companies that I want to give a try with that list. But yeah, so like I was saying, so Black Friday, I think that's where this all started. So got some new companies, new to me companies, coming in the mail with Diamond Painting Fanatics. They had a 25% off coupon or code. I think that ends today actually, but I don't know if that's my time zone or theirs. I'm still torn if I want to get any more. I have such a big stash, so I'm really trying to be careful. But there are some in there that I like. And speaking of, I did get my order from Diamond Art Club yesterday. And can I just say that Diamond Art Club, thank you for being so good with packing your boxes and making sure our kits will get to us safe and sound despite whatever the delivery companies will do. Mine got delivered by FedEx and it was pouring rain all day, guys. So that's a weird sound. Anyways, but so FedEx, I love FedEx, raining all day, 100%, no gaps, heavy rain. I have an awning over my front porch that you can put packages on and it stays pretty dry, right? What does FedEx do? They put it right inside the fence where anyone can grab the package in the pouring rain. So by the time I got home from work, the fact that this box was even still there was, thank gosh, and that this box was already starting to deteriorate. It was so soggy, guys. Like, I'm trying to pick this up and it's starting to bring it in. It's starting to tear with the cardboard, and I'm just like, oh no, my kits. I got 5 kits. I got 3 of the three new releases and 2 that I had been eyeballing that were Christmas themed. But yes, so I ripped open that box to check the canvases, and thank gosh they wrapped their canvases in the cellophane. And yeah, because that paper was the cellophane plastic wrap on the kits was wet, but the boxes themselves were dry. So I thank God that they were safe. So thank you, Diamond Art Club, for caring and packing your canvases so well. So even if our lovely delivery companies decide to leave them in the pouring rain, our canvases are safe and sound and dry for the most part. So there's that. And then Cyber Monday, none of the painting or 25 kits that Diamond Art Club released really called to me. And same with the other companies. Sorry guys, my throat's a little dry. Called to me, so I was safe. But Black Friday, they did me in. No, I can't say that. So I did order from Distracted by Diamonds, Jaded Gem Shop, and 3D Art RL, is that? If I butchered your name, guys, I'm so sorry. I did order from them on Cyber Monday, but that being said, you know, from the other companies, I was safe. I focused more on the small businesses on Cyber Monday and the big businesses on Friday. So yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I can't wait to get the canvases and work on them. What do you guys think? I already have my next project kitted up. My mom helped to pick it out. I sent her some Christmas and wintry themed ones to do next, because like I said, I'm almost done. I think I'll be finished this one not this weekend, but maybe next weekend. We'll see. So I sent her some from my stash, some Dreamer Designs, Diamond Art Clubs, and some other ones. I was like, hey mom, pick one, you know, I'm having a hard time. And she picks, my mother doesn't look at this I also didn't look at the sizes. She picked this huge one. It's a Randall Spangler, and it's Canine Christmas. So I don't know if you guys know that one. It came out, was it I'm pretty sure it was last year, or at least that's when I got it. And it's this like little Christmas tree shape made out of all these different breeds of puppies. And I think there's another one. It's the feline one that has cats. So she picked that one. It's square, it's gorgeous, it's huge. I don't know what, so I'll be working on that one in the next year. I already know. Hopefully I can put a good dent in it. This one I'm working on right now, I started this on the 18th and I'm almost done. I'm entering this one into Emeralds and Fairy Lights, or Lindsay, Jingle Drills. And that group is so much fun. There are some canvases that people are doing that I have in my stash that I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to work on them. They're gonna be beautiful. And there's a few people working on the Randall Spangler dragling with his little Santa hat, the cookie, and that he's Santa Claus. And I was really tempted to get that one, but I was back and forth, but some others were calling to me, so I don't know if that one's still on the website or not, but I decided it wasn't calling to me enough, and so I decided to leave it there. Is it still on my wish list? Yes. And the wish list are beautiful things. Where is the symbol? There it is. So it's on there. I have some other canvases in my cart right now that I would love to get. I was really tempted with getting one of the Black Friday releases from Diamond Art Club. It was the fox curled up with the little boy, but that one was really big, so I have it in my cart. I'm like, I should use my points to get it. Then I was like, no. So I'm really back and forth. And then I have the water tiger. I have that one in my cart. Let's see. And I have some JoJo Arts in my cart. So I have about 5 in there. And I'm so back and forth. I think one of the ones from JoJo's Art I have in there, it's Fire and Ice. It's the 2 wolves. So one is all like reds and oranges and yellows. And then, so that's the fire wolf, obviously. And then the other one is, and then it's facing down the ice wolf, which is like the whites, the blues, you know, anything that you'd go with thinking on ice. And yeah, and I really do want to get that one, just because I do already have it, but not from Diamond Art Club. This was once again before I knew really about licensing. There's a company on Amazon that had that piece, and like I said, I love wolves. I was like, oh, I'll get that. And then after I got it, and I was really looking onto, you know, Diamond Art Club, and I saw that that's from JoJo Arts, I felt awful. It's like, oh no, like this was stolen. So I haven't worked on it yet, and that company's no longer on Amazon, so I think they took care of it. So I really want to buy it. One, because Diamond Art Club is amazing, and I want to support JoJo, because that's just, I felt so bad because I bought it, but I don't also want to just throw it away, because that's such a waste of like money, and you know, so I will do it, but I will not be featuring it on my channel because I just don't feel right. But I do want to buy it for where I know he's going to get compensated for it, where it's all above board. So I will be buying it. It's just, not payday. So that being said, I will get that one. There's another one in my cart, and oh gosh, my brain, I can't remember, but we will see. I do have some I'm waiting to come back in stock from Dreamer Designs. It's like a chocolate lab on a porch. It kind of reminds me of, I did an unboxing from Diamond Art Club with the cabin porch with the yellow lab, and it kind of gives me those vibes, but a little different. So we will see when it comes back in stock. I've been anxiously waiting. Oh, I remember the other one that's in my cart on Diamond Art Club. It's the Tennessee River one. And I'm so back and forth because it's more like an autumn theme, so I probably won't work on it until next year. And it's gorgeous, but I'm just like, oh, I'm struggling, guys. Can you tell? You tell me, what should I do? Should I get these kits because I'm scared it's going to sell out? Or should I just keep waiting and being patient? But yeah, we'll see. But I've talked about some companies I've ordered from. I'm waiting to see the canvases come in. What are your recommendations? What company do you love working on? Any of the ones that I mentioned? Or is there another company that you're just like, oh, you should totally try this one? Let me know, where do you like to order your canvases from? Where have you tried? Small business wise, what are you liking? There we go. This is the last symbol for this section. Yay! So yeah, but other than that, so I've gone on about that for a while. Let's see where we are time wise. Okay, we're good. Let's see. So I think last time we talked, I told you that I was starting a new job. So I've been there for, it's been a month, guys. I'm sorry, it's been a long time since I did my last Wip Chat. So I started that. So a little background. I work as a licensed practical nurse. I graduated from my program in, I'm flinging drills. Let's see, in 2019, I passed my boards in December of, there's a drill, of 2019. Started my first LPN job January of 2020. I had, let's see, I'm gonna open up this next section. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna rebel. Let's see, so that in camera. Here, we'll move it over just a little bit. There we go. So what I had done is I think October, they have a thing where you can start applying at this company. Shadow, see if you like it, and then if you're a new grad, they will wait for you to pass on the thing that you have to pass your boards, and they'll give you they gave, like some leeway on if you didn't pass the first time, is you have to pass something called the NCLEX, which is this program or a test that you have to pass with a certain percentage in order to even get your license. If you don't, you have to wait a certain amount of time and retry. And you have to pay each time you take it. I passed mine on the first, which the guys that test was something. So you go in, it has a range of questions, and at any point as you're taking this test, your computer can turn off, and when it does, that's it. The test is done. And when it shuts off, does it tell you if you passed or not? No. All you know is that your computer turned off. Either you passed or you failed, and you don't find out for a few weeks or a couple of weeks if you passed or failed. Now you could pay extra to get your results sooner, I think within like 24, 48 hours. Or there's a little hack that you can do. It's not 100%, so if anybody in here is in LPN or RN, so licensed practical nurse or registered nurse, going to take your boards, take this with a grain of salt, because it's not always accurate. But if you go in the next day and try to re-sign up for your boards and it won't let you, that usually means that you passed, but not always. And if it lets you sign up, then you failed, but like I said, not always. If it lets you re-sign up, you still could have passed, but that's a little trick that that I got from somebody. So I did, and it wouldn't let me sign up. And then the lady that was there observing to make sure nobody was cheating or anything, she asked, well, how do you think you did? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know. Like, my test, guys, clicked off at the minimum number of questions. I'm like, oh no, I failed. That's it. I failed. I was too nervous. I didn't study enough, which, guys, I studied. God, I think I was sleeping studying, because I studied so much with a really good group of friends that I had made. And yeah, so I'm just like, oh no. And she's like, oh, honey, don't worry about it. Just breathe. Because they can't tell you, like, they know if you passed, but they can't tell you if you passed. Does that make sense? She's like, don't worry about it. I'm sure you did good. And I was just still anxious. And my test, like I said, it clicked off at the minimum number of questions. I think it was like 61. And guys, I wasn't even in that room for an hour. I'm like, I messed up somewhere. I did so bad that it shut me off. And I had driven in with my friend. And we've been friends for a while. We interned at the same nursing home. Then we both got hired there. And did activities, and then we did CNA, and then we did LPN. Anyways, we were very close friends. We did the schooling and everything together, and we drove in together. She's also she's pretty anxious. So I drove us in, we did Dunkin' before we went to take the test. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just play on my phone. We had to lock all of our personal belongings up in lockers that they provided. No cell phones, no smartwatches, nothing. If someone cheated, I don't know how you did it, because that thing was, I feel like, maximum security. So I'm waiting. I'm like, oh, she might be a while. I don't know. And then she comes out not even like 20 minutes after I did. And she's like, Sarah, I think I failed. I'm like, me too. So you know what we did? We decided to go to a store called Scrubs and Beyond and shop away our worries. Because that's the only logical thing to do. So we went to Scrubs and Beyond, got some scrubs, and did lunch, and it was really fun. And then we talked about some of the where our main categories, because no test is the same, so it's all randomly generated between different subjects and categories. And if it's select all that apply, which means you can pick more than one right answer, and if you don't pick all of them, then it's wrong. If you pick more than I hate select all that apply, as I feel like is a genuine census in a lot of nurses who or any other occupation that has to do select all that apply questions. So we were talking about that. Like, I had a lot of medication questions. And she had a lot of listening questions, which listening is where, they'll play like different like lung or heart sounds or anything. You have to say what sound that is, anyways, you have to say what that indicates. Some people had like lots of maternity questions. Some had a lot of med surg, which is medical surgical. Anyways, where I'm going with this is I passed those boards in December of 2020, and And I started, oh, I know there's more of those, or is it not? Okay, guess not. I'll find them later. So I started my first ever nursing job at a big hospital out my way. And, you know, nervous. I really liked the unit. It was a medical surgical unit, or med surge, and I'm just going to abbreviate that from now on. If you have any questions, just, let me know in the comments. So I started that, and then brand new nurse, still trying to get, the floor of normal hospital, and a couple months later, like I said, I started in January of 2020, and we all know what happened in March. And we were talking about, well, what are we gonna do? Like, any suggestions? I'm like, I have nothing. Like, I don't know what's happening. I am a brand new nurse, fresh out of school. I'm still trying to learn, like, the norm. That's not the norm anymore. And that was crazy. But I was there for about 3 years. I worked through, the major of the pandemic, went through the mandatory COVID vaccine, because we all work hard, guys, to get our license in whatever field we go into. And I'm like, I am not getting a shot and then losing my occupation and have to try to job hunt right now in the middle of the pandemic. Sorry if I bumped you. So I got my shot. I got the booster because they told us we had to, otherwise we weren't gonna get, or otherwise we might be let go. And then I got the booster, and then it's like, actually no, we're not requiring the booster. I was like, whatever, that's fine. I got it. It's done. So that was a very crazy time. It was stressful, trying to learn a new job, go through all the different regulations, like, oh, masking, oh, N95 at all times. No, it's this. These are the precautions we need to take. And I felt like every day, every hour, it was changing on what the new policy was regarding COVID and what we had to do to protect ourselves and protect our families. And it was scary because, I was an essential worker from being in the hospital, like other occupations where, you had to go in, you couldn't stay home. And at the time, I was living with my parents. I was saving up for a house, which I do have a house now. And so I'm saving up. I'm living with my parents. I'm going to work, trying to take all the precautions so I don't bring this home to my parents and my niece and the dogs. And still trying to save up for a house. And yeah, and I did buy a house in the middle of the pandemic. I bought my house in, I placed my bid in, was it June? July? No, I placed it in like May or June. And they accepted. The housing market, as many people know, is crazy. Oh, I found a symbol I missed. Oh well. And you can't really tour the houses, and I went in knowing that I am not going above asking price. I don't care what the market is, but I am not paying more than the listed price. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know some people did, and, if it was a house that you loved and you could afford to go 15, 20, whatever over you had to do to get it, like, everyone's different. If you financially can do that, go for it. Like, do what you have to do. But I knew, as being going in and buying a house, single owner, like, I had to make sure that I could fit it in my budget. So I actually got my house for asking price. It's a little 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath house with a little yard. I'm close to the lake and an amusement park, which is really fun in the summer. I'm sure you will hear the lovely roller coasters in the background. You'll hear the people going, ah, and then they're gone because the ride just keeps on moving. You find all sorts of stuff over there. You walk over and you find sunglasses and, God almighty, things that people lose on the roller coasters. So I did bought my house in the middle of the pandemic and moved in. So I did that job for a while. Well, I'm still a nurse, but I was at that hospital for about 3 years, and then I decided I wanted to try. I talked with a lot of travel nurses that started. So a travel nurse is somebody that contracts for a certain amount of time at a facility, and then when the contract is over, they can either extend or stay, but you can only stay for, is it a year? I can't remember. I never stayed long enough to try to test those waters, but is that it? I'm gonna say that's it. If you see them, just let me know. But oh, my drills are flying. Where was that train of thought? Come back, come back. Where's my fishing rod? Bring it back in. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Sorry guys. So I was like, you know what? You get paid a little bit more. You get paid quite a bit more to travel and go to different facilities. I was like, and then there was something else going on with the unit that, with the higher beings that be in the hospital system were trying to do with our unit, and I was not on board. They gave us a 2-week notice that this was happening. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you didn't like it, you could leave or go to a different unit, and I chose to leave. So I applied with some different travel agencies, and I went with the one that I was with for a while, and I went to a little small hospital, and the hospital I was working at was huge. Like, it was huge. So I went to this smaller hospital, which was really nice, and like the little boondocks, I'm gonna say. And I was there, and then it was all right. Then I decided to find, I found more symbols that I missed. Dang it all. Oh well. So then I was there for about 3 months. So the contracts are usually 13 weeks. So I left there, and then I went to the next facility, which was about 3.5 hours away. So when I worked at that one, I would book a hotel room, and I would stay there for the length of the time, and then I'd come home. My dogs would, my parents would watch my dogs, and I paid them to watch them. And then I'd do what I needed for around the house, and then after that, I would then pack the dogs back up, pack my bags, go back. I did that for about 6 months, and then I was like, this is hard. I'm paying for my house. I feel like I'm not spending a lot of time with my dogs, who are like my children. I'm not married, I'm not dating anyone. It's just me and the dogs, and they are my kids. Like, that's all there is. So I decided to, as my recruiter was trying to find me a different contract, and he was kind of dragging his feet, so I wasn't very happy with that. I gave him a 6-week notice that, I want to find a different facility, and he was dragging his feet until my last week at that facility. He's like, I'm starting to look. I'm like, it can take, if you let your contract last, it could take at least a month before you start working again, going through everything that's required by the new facility, let alone interviewing and everything. And at that point, before then, I was like, my friend had mentioned, she's like, well, what do you think about working at a doctor's office? And she wanted me to work there. My friend that I went through nursing school with, her name's Kyle. And, I was like, I don't know. So I talked to her a little bit about, how did she like it, about the pace. I was so used to working in the hospital that I wasn't sure, like, what was the doctor office? Like, what all do you do? Like, do you feel like you were bored? And she's just done doctor's offices since we graduated, and she really liked it. So she's like, we actually have an opening. Why don't you apply? And I did. I applied. Her manager got a hold of me and to do an interview. I was super excited. She was excited. And then the manager called me back and said that unfortunately, because it was the same company that I left from to go travel, that unfortunately, because I had left to travel, that I had to wait 2 years post leaving to apply for any position at that company again. So it had only been, I think, a little over a year. So I had to tell my friend, like, listen, this is what happened. I'm so sorry, but, you know, this is what HR is saying, and I can't go against it. So she was devastated. The manager was really devastated. She's like, I had told everybody about you. Everyone was so excited to have you, you know, and everyone was super bummed. And I was bummed, you know, like, I'm just like, well, you know, I was really hoping, because I loved working with her. Like, we just get along. We're really good to be able to work together and then still keep work at work and personal with personal. But, you know, I was like, you know, well, you know, thanks, you know, for keeping me in mind, and I hope that they fill a position soon. And yeah, you know, like, you didn't know, I was not aware of it. I should have did my research, but I did not. So then I applied to another big hospital system in the area, really thinking that I wanted to do the doctor's office setting, you know, no weekends, no holidays, you know, set schedule, which I've never not worked any weekends or holidays the whole time that I've had a job, and I started to work at 15. So the idea was really appealing. And so I applied at, you know, this hospital, and they had quite a few, so I applied for a family medicine one. I interviewed, and I don't know, it didn't call to me at that office at all. So when they said that they were thinking about other candidates, I was like, well, I wasn't feeling like that was, oh, I need more wax, more putty. Like, I wasn't thinking that, you know, that was the right fit for me either. So my recruiter, she had mentioned, let's see, we're going to use Cinnabon, that there was another position. Oh, there's a few. There was one, it was diabetes and endocrinology position open. She's like, well, what do you think about trialing it? I was like, well, where is it? You know, here in Western New York, you never know what your winters are going to be. So she told me where it was. It's about not even 30 minutes from my house. I was like, well, it's a pretty straight shot. I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. So I went to interview. And while this is going on, you know, I was working with another urgent care, independent urgent care to, you know, see if so I had an interview set up with them. So I went, and yeah, I went to interview at this diabetes and endocrinology. You know, I got there early because I wasn't sure about traffic. It's off of one of the notorious accident-prone stretches that always cause delays. And don't worry, guys, like, it's not bad. I'm used to it, but I wanted to account for it because it was a later in the day interview, or not quite. Anyways, you know, I just want to make sure that traffic-wise I was good and wasn't late to the interview, because I wanted to try to make a really good impression if I liked this place. And long story short, I interviewed, and I was just chatting with the interviewer, and she's like, you know, like, your critical thinking, it's really up there, and that's what we're looking for. I was like, oh, thank gosh, you know, that's a good sign. And she's like, well, what do you think about doing a shadow? And a shadow is basically where you're there and you can kind of see how things are done and, like, what the flow is. And I'm like, I would love to. And she's like, oh, perfect. Like, do you want to do it today, like now? Or do you want to come back and schedule? I'm like, well, you know, I'm here now. And guys, I'm in flats. I'm in dress clothes. Like, like, I am not dressed to be a nurse. I'm dressed to interview. So these shoes gave me the worst blisters. They took forever to heal. and they hurt so bad on my heels. But anyways, so I shadowed. I went in for this 10 a.m. interview, and I didn't get done until noon. And I loved it. I loved it so much. And I told my mom, like, if they call and they offer, I'm canceling all other interviews and I am taking it. Like, I felt so at ease and at home, and just thinking about it now, like, it was just like, this was meant to be. That first interview was not meant to be good because, you know, if I did, I would not have got the recommendation from my recruiter about this one, the specialty. And so they offered, I think a couple days later, the position, gave me what the rate would be, which I was fine with. And I'm like, when can I start? And I think 2 weeks later, I went to their orientation, and it's been beautiful ever since. I've been there for about a month now, and it feels like I've been there longer because it's just so good. I love it. Like, it's a very busy office, which I love being up and busy and moving. It's also a lot of like grooming patients, getting them ready for the doctor, and then answering messages from our service, you know, like within like patients like reach out to us, the pharmacy, insurance. So there's a lot of computer and phone calls side, but I love it. I am so glad that my friend had mentioned an office setting, and she mentioned it so much that it sparked like a, oops, sorry guys, I bumped you, and you might have my head in here, I don't know, but it sparked a, I haven't really thought about this moment. So I'm really thankful for her, and I really do hope that they find someone for their opening. Last I talked to her a few weeks ago, they hadn't yet, and I feel so bad. But I really like it because, not to sound bad, like, I've never had to work with kids. I've never been a pediatric nurse. And here, like, we don't deal with kids. We work with people that are 18 years and older, which I am fully used to working in the hospital. Why didn't, like I said, I never worked with kids. So absolutely loved it. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, guys, I didn't realize we've been talking for about an hour, so I will wrap this up because I'm sure you are tired about hearing me blab. But anyways, so I am really loving that. And yeah, let me know if this information was helpful. If, you know, do you have any questions about, you know, about me, about the job, about this canvas, because it is gorgeous. I'm super loving it. Let's see. Yeah, so leave any questions, comments below. What are you working on right now? Are you part of any events going on? Or, well, yeah. But thank you so much, guys, for spending time with me and listening to me chattering away and working, like I said, on this canvas. This area is a little bit more, not quite too confetti, but still kind of confetti heavy. And yeah, well, I hope I'm talking to you soon. And yeah, thanks guys. If you liked this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you made it to the end and you want to see more content from me and other videos I've done, feel free to subscribe and hit the little notification bell if you want to be made aware when I post new videos. And yeah, that's it. Well, everyone, you have a good day. You stay warm, stay dry, and stay safe. Thank you. Bye.